All right. We're here with Gallon Token. Steven, if you wouldn't mind, let us know about your project and a little bit about yourself and your team.
Certainly. My name is Stephen Walters. I'm based out of North Carolina here in the U.S., United States on the map for all the other folks that's here from the U.S. Trying to give a good name to crypto here in the Queen City. Um, Myself as an experience, I'm a network guy. I've been in computers ever since the IBM 386 came about back in the early 90s. Real passionate about the crypto space. Sadly, it is what it is when it comes to the scam tokens. The project was formed, as a lot are these days, when communities come together and into a scam project, they get fed up. So it was myself and JB that came together as core members alongside Sammy and a few others that's in our community. We decided that we were going to do something right, and since that day, on May 21st, Gallant Token was formed, and there's a PR release that talks about, because you're going to see in that video that's going to get linked here in a few minutes, as to why there was a relaunch. And for the people that's been around crypto space for a while, you'll know that the Safe Moon forks have a LP flaw contract code, and so we made it official that we was going to stop the contract from being traded, because the LP to market cap wasn't growing the way that it was supposed to due to that flaw. And from that day forward, we paused the contract. We had a custom one written. We went through Solid Fruit Proof, which is the white labeled audit company for the Unicrypt. So we went through Solid Proof. We had the contract audited, and then we took the extra initiative to do a KYC on myself, JB, Sammy, so that all of our information is there. We've done that extra extra mile, so to speak, that you hear other people say. We did a KYC, we did an audit, and some of those projects still rug and scam people. But moving forward, and JB, he's our CFO. He's dedicated to this project just as much as I am, and Sammy and the other members of the team that's not here in terms of core. But he's our numbers guy. He's all about the wallets. He can tell you about anything you want to know when it comes to the farm. We have an LP farm we'll talk about, and just numbers as a whole. He's got a background when it comes to managing high number projects. He was a part of a nuclear plant, and doing inspections and stuff. Sammy is our head of design. The girl really has a strong eye for creativity. She's an artist at heart, and so she lets her artistry flow when it comes to some of our gifts, our graphics, our ads, our website. Um, and then Jake, who is listed on our core team, will show that slide here. I'll go ahead and present here in just a moment if you give me the go ahead. And Jake is our game strategist. He was a member that was following us from day one, and shortly, after seeing his dedication to the team, we decided to bring him into the core team. His family's invested. He's invested. And when I say family, the man's got his grandma and grandpa a part of us. So he's an OG with us. We love him. Another person that's a part of the team that's not listed on the website is Core. You guys have heard of Leo. He did an AMA with you guys in Paradox NFT, and in just a short few minutes, where we'll let him talk a little bit about the marketplace that's going to be hosted with Paradox. But he's an advisor as well for us. Gives us some advice sometimes, and we bounce ideas together. We cross promote and support him, and they support us. So we'll move on.
All right. Can you take us through when you went into? I got a little feedback. All right.
Yeah.
Can you take us through when you guys relaunched? How was the relaunch? Did you airdrop? Did you what was went through? Because going by your chart, you you it definitely looked like some people unfortunately dumped at launch. But then it shows a comeback to now where you guys are sitting at a nice middle floor. You know what I'm saying? That's rising.
Heck
Um,
yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you recognizing that. It's hard work,
yeah.
baby.
Well,
Um,
I figured usually with with a chart like that, there had to be, you know what I'm saying? Like either the
Absolutely.
contract bricked or it was, unfortunately, as much as we try, like when I see projects try to be like, all right, we're doing it the right way. We're taking care of our past investors. I hope they come along with the ride. And some people say, nope, I want off the ride. I don't care what cost. I'm
Yeah.
selling once it's able to. But you guys definitely were able to hit some middle ground, then get some, some ups, downs, but never at where you were from the beginning. So take me through that, beginning launch, or relaunch of the version 2.
Well, I'll tell you. Go ahead, JB.
If you want, I'll field this
How
one.
about just one of you guys answer, man?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
even-
what I'm saying. I'll take this one as in the contract needed to be relaunched because it was not making LP as it should have. Steven can get into that later about it. It was a Safe Moon fork that was not working. So we had to shut it down. As you asked about airdrops, everybody was given equal or more value than what they held before. So like when we froze the contract, everybody got airdropped all their tokens back. And as you guys know, when you launch a token, everybody always wants in the launch because they want that, pump.
Yeah, they want something out of the bullshit. They don't want to come for the utility or the use case. They want to fucking dig.
Yeah, brother, I'm with you. There was tons of people getting in there like that never knew anything of us. They just knew it was a new launch token. So you're always have your pump on any token in the beginning. Everybody wants to get in the beginning. And we did have some people because what was it, 30 days, 32 days or something between the launches. So essentially, yes, people's money was tied up that they couldn't do anything with for 30 days. So some did bail, understandable. But yeah, that was the reason for pump in the beginning. The market cap would have been 156K
No,
to start. So it actually was higher.
Well, at least you guys stayed with the project, man. That's all anybody could ask of you guys, man. Now, why is Leo dick riding you guys? What's he got to do with it?
Oh man. We actually had a nice meetup in Denver for the Bored Apes. That was dope. We had a lot of fun. We won't share any of the photos and videos that came from that escapades, but Leo's our marketplace, man. We're gonna have our exclusive white label marketplace in Paradox, where not only will we have our exclusive line of NFTs, tradable and shareable, buyable from people in the community and ourselves, but as well as our gaming NFTs. That's going to be a part of our NFT fighting game and onward into the blockchain games that we're integrating. That's where Leo's dick riding comes in. We love the guy. He's awesome. He's a fucking asset.
Hold on. Let's take this back a bit because Vin's the homie, right? So long ago when they very first got this whole thing going, I talked to Steven about doing some consulting and stuff, and I think this kind of goes into the original story about how this whole contract relaunch thing happened. One of my first questions is like, what's your contract look like? And at the time it was a Safe Moon fork, and we had talked about that, and I discussed it with him, and explained to him like why that was like not such a good thing for the scenario and what he was going to deal with. So like moving forward, like that we known each other from far before that whole engagement, and so moving into the future and them getting the relaunch and getting everything straightened out, which I'm really proud of him for. Like I've known him since well before this whole side of things came into play.
Yeah, we go back all the way to May whenever
I was
when
dropping the
cryptos was
baby
popping.
Leo at the pool. So you have to excuse me. Sorry, Leo.
Right.
I got a crack on you, bro.
You're good.
No,
Nothing
I'm battling coronavirus, and I thought I could go out today and work on my bike, and the heat just fucked me up. So I apologize.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
This is bullshit, dude. To be honest with you, this shit's fucking weird how it works.
Yeah, fortunately we haven't had any of it here. I know JB was sick as a dog lately, but sorry to hear you got that. Hope you feel better soon, bro.
Bro, I got the fucking shot too, man. That's the bullshit about this entire situation.
Wow.
And I'm down here in fucking Tampa and shit.
It's hot as balls out there.
Oh, bro, I was sweating my fucking bags off.
Yeah, it's like 60-70% humidity.
Yeah. It's 92 down here in Tampa today, so fuck.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, so I'm sorry, Benny. I did not mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean your name is on the front of the door, so I mean, you know.
Um,
um,
you guys relaunched. You guys got it going on. Leo's going to be your guys' platform going forward for some stuff. How long is your liquidity locked for?
Liquidity was locked initially from the ILO on Unicrypt for 90 days. LP will become unlocking in another 26 days, and well, 28 days. LP will come unlocked. We're going to look at a couple things and potentially either relock a good portion of it or move some of it over into the pad swap where we have our LP farming, which we really like the pad swap platform. If you guys haven't heard about it, find out, check it out, read into it, guys. It's really a solid group over there. They've done some pretty intricate things when it comes to what they call perpetual liquidity. Essentially, it's like a faucet that drops.
I'll be
And,
honest, man. Once Leo had staking, dude, I went over there and I staked my fucking shit. I haven't even looked back.
there you go, you smart ass dude. Then some of our guys have really helped and made benefit. I mean, at first it was like a 4% daily ROI, dude, and the APY was like 400%. And I'm sorry, but even BNB staking doesn't give you that. And
No,
so
no.
people just like Pancake because it's always been there. And so the more people that find out about PadSwap, they're gonna jump on the ranks. So because Pancake is the way it is with the tokens, I was explaining something yesterday in an AMA is that one of the reasons why Pancake continues to pump is because you have all these bullshit tokens that get launched. And when the people pull the rugs on those contracts, they turn around and just pump that money back into Pancake where they have shit staked and continuously keeps that volume moving on Pancake.
Yeah,
So we're
I
gonna
mean,
we're gonna
I'm at,
look to
I'm at
move some stuff.
101. I'm at 101% fucking staking over there, dude.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
mean, I staked everything. I got Cardano staked. I got a bunch of shit staked. I mean, I just fucking I got Crow staked for fucking crypto.com. I mean, I'm not gonna bullshit nobody. I mean, whatever I can stake fucking in, and gain a passive income off of, do it.
Absolutely. It's better than Charles Schwab giving you 8 to 12% a year, whereas you can get that in, half a month.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I'll let these guys go back. I want to step in. Sorry, gentlemen.
So in regards to that relaunch you mentioned, in regards to the relaunch, it went really well. We expected a dip, of course, from any pre-sale. There's going to be a dip shortly thereafter, and so we traded sideways for a few days, waiting to shake the paper hands off and get our true believers back on board, as they always were. And so
Here's
that's when we
here's
made a
what I look
marketing
at.
push.
Here's the way I look at a relaunch. I'm gonna be real with you. We've had 3 projects come out of here. 2 of them right now are above 15 mil market cap, man. I feel like our lounge has educated this community so well in the last fucking 3 months that, including Leo. Leo came in here for one of my very first AMAs, and he got drilled like a motherfucker. I'm not going to deny that. His AMA was brutal, to say the
I was
least.
there.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as the relaunch goes, you guys have stayed afloat. You guys have steadied the ship, and you guys have done it. You guys have honored, basically to me, it's honor amongst thieves. You guys came back out, relaunched the token. No one can say shit to you guys. And it's just like Omar coming back out. It's like Brian Sumner launching Galaxy Hero. Nobody can say a fucking thing to none of you guys, man. You guys are staying afloat. Your ship's steady. Things are fucking going. Get off of living in the past. And that's what I'm really tired of. I mean, I used to want to drill people and hammer them, but the people that are actually standing behind the projects that are being relaunched, you got to give them kudos for it, man. They're not fucking off.
Hell yeah.
And so people that are fucking not giving them a chance and want to just pump the X's, get the fuck out of the BSC space, man. Go play day trading on stock market. That's what I feel, because I feel like I truly do feel that I've helped mold some of these younger devs, and I've helped in some of these AMAs as far as with all of our core questions with amongst the team to the dev teams. And I think that if anything, people should be praising teams that come back out and do relaunch and then pair up with like people like Leo from Paradox. I mean, he's not out there fucking banging with 100 mil market cap, but you know what? He's He's a man
Work.
that my investment I can sleep on.
Exactly. That's a big thing, and that's what a lot of people that invested into our project really praise us for. And so I really appreciate you saying that, because it's fucking hard. It's not easy, especially when you're dealing with moon boys day after day and these projects that pump. The average lifespan on a crypto statistics show is 30 days or less. You know, when you got 92% of projects failing and that slim 8%, you know, we're fighting for a small space. And so yeah, it's not easy. Our community is very happy to know that when they go to sleep, their investment's safe.
Exactly. And there's nothing I can beat you guys up for about that. I mean, I'm sure Daly could probably beat up your contract a little bit, but that's Daly. That's my go-to guy as far as for beating up a contract if I don't want to look at it. And I'm sure Steve could beat you guys up a little bit about the marketing, but I feel like you guys are doing something solid, and that is you guys are at least relaunching correctly, and you guys stayed with the same team, and in fact you brought somebody even board to strengthen, to put strength amongst numbers.
Absolutely, because you can't do it alone out here. You can't. It takes collaboration, and that's something that I'm working on as each day moves forward. Is trying to build more collaborations and partner. You know, we've got a few other groups that support us, and you know, we're going to be working each day as we move to try and continue to solidify the partnerships. Because you know, just said it a moment ago, it's almost impossible to do it alone unless you have lots and lots of money, and that's how some of these other projects moon to 15 mils and 20 mil market caps. Is they have a lot more visibility based on the people backing it and the pockets that they have.
Yeah, and you're exactly right.
So I
So
just
guys,
presented my screen. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, so, I mean, I've known Rude for a long time. We've been gamers at heart. We met there long before crypto. Can you talk a little bit about your game? And I see like you've already started development. Website says 65% done. Just curious, is everything on track for that? You know, like, have you done any testing? I see like a little demo on there. If you could talk a little bit more about that, I think that's one of the things that excites our community, especially when somebody has something tangible where it's within sight versus just, you know, promising us something that, you know, we feel will never happen. I mean, it looks like you guys are well on your way. So if you could talk just a little bit more about that, that would be great.
Absolutely. Thanks for asking that. We're really excited about it because our community is a gaming community. In the interim, excuse me, in the interim of while we're developing these games, you know, we have a Telegram group that's got a good bit of games in there where the community battles each other for the leaderboard, you know, and I'll throw bounties out. There's one of the guys that's in here listening, and Ryan, he's dominated the leaderboard on a few alongside another person named Jacob that just I don't even know how the guy does it. I think he's got something in the background where he just puts in some cheat codes of some sort and just fucking just blasts it away because I can't catch him. But you know, we like to stay active. We're doing, you know, marbles giveaways, airdrops on Twitch. We'll be starting that up again tonight. But in terms of the projects that we have listed on our site, so there's a sneak peek of the mobile fighting game on our YouTube channel, and that is going to be released through iOS and Play Store with some in-app purchases. It's going to take, I'll fast forward here, just show you these screenshots of, if you're looking at my screen share right now, those are the 5 images of a character set pack that I purchased alongside, there's a 15 characters total. And because we're medieval themed and warrior themed, I took these 5 characters and had the developer recreate them to make them Gallant brand. So this is a side-by-side of the first character. You can see the helmet's been redefined, the breastplate, the arm shields, and the leg shields. The second character here is one of the gladiators. He's had a completely redesigned helmet. There's some painting that's going to be done to kind of take it away from a one-for-one look. This is my favorite one because he's considered an Axeman, but we've put our logo helmet on him alongside. This is our modernized logo versus the original logo that I showed you just a few moments ago. And then this is the latest one that he's working on, where he's redesigned the helmet as well.
You should
And
have kept it
so,
and it looked like Benny.
say that again.
The first one looked like the before, like Benny. There we go. There's the Benny.
All right, Vinny, you got a character here, buddy. These will be a part of the mobile game, but will also be integrated as NFTs into our NFT fighting game. This is some visuals right here that's taking place on the 3D adventure game that will be blockchain based. It's called King's Calling. Essentially, there's a king in the castle. He's going to be in the inner parts here, as you see this, the walls that are all established here. There'll be a castle in the center here where the king's courts is, and the goal for the knight is that he's going to start on the outskirts here. It's a pretty big map that he's put together here, and it's all being done hand by hand. The assets from Unity, but the goal is for the knight to start on the outskirts, accomplish some missions. The full game mechanics has not been developed and written just yet. We're still in development stages of that, and so there'll be airdrop NFTs. I mean NFT loot boxes that are Gallant branded, and we're looking to. I was wanting to do something special and have like some exclusive NFTs from other projects, whether it be a Jungle Freak or some of these other NFTs that are on and popping right now. That if we can secure some, we'll put them as like Easter eggs throughout the game. But completing missions and so forth will give you Gallant tokens. Completing the little missions that are there to get to the king's quarters, battling other enemies and so forth. In regards to the NFT fighting game, this is the arena, and so inside this arena, there's a trap door. On the bottom right image, you'll see there's this dragon, and so player versus player, we're looking to bring it into an area where other people can battle, but it's something that we haven't finalized just yet to understand. Well, if this NFT based on the leveling system and stuff, the random number generators and stuff is going to be able to be compatible, and how will it give a disadvantage if someone's different than ours? So right now it's just player versus player in the Gallant environment. But essentially, there'll be those four characters from the main image that I showed you: the Gladiator, the Axeman, the Cavalry Knight, and this player that we're calling an Assassin. He'll have dueling daggers. One of the characters will have the ability to have 2 weapons once he's upgraded. And your NFT will gain experience based on the fights that he goes through. And some of the cinematics that we're looking to implement will be that this dragon, once you lose the battle in what we call a deathmatch scenario. So you've got your standard battle where you play against the other person. You gain experience from that battle so that your NFT grows in more value. And then you have the ability to purchase upgrades for it, whether it be hit points and armor and weapon. But you also have the ability to go into what we are going to be calling a death match. So it's like racing for pink slips. You lose that fight, your NFT's gone. Burn mechanisms will be in place for
That's fucked up.
establishing.
You gonna take my my ass for it?
I mean, hey, it's a gamble, I mean, nobody's gonna make you jump
Bro,
on
it's
the.
bad enough on Bittermon, man. I have to go fucking drop more B&B down every fucking time after trying to go use all my tokens to go get an NFT in a battle. Now you
Right?
guys are gonna take my NFT away from me? That's fucked up.
I mean, go big or go home. So
No
it's
shit.
there's a burn mechanism we're putting in place to help establish a price floor and bring value of the token. So that contract will be able to state that once the purchases are done, those tokens are burned, and then of course when the NFTs lose in a death match, it'll be burned. In regards to the NFT marketplace, we threw in here a slide. It's completely beta, so Leo's in the process of getting those things finalized. If you want to share anything, Leo, I know he's got an AMA coming up on Sunday Fun Day. I encourage everybody that's listening in that wants to be a part of hearing what he's doing over there. Please jump over there. It's going to be dope. Hearing a lot about what's going on in the background. I'm really pumped to be there on Sunday. But Leo, if you want to share anything real quick about the NFT marketplace and its features in terms of what we'll be able to do there, feel free.
Well, basically, I mean, most of the people here already know we're actually launching mirror sites for multi-chain use. So the ETH side, the BSC side, etc., will have their own individual marketplaces, and Gallant themselves are going to be able to have their own page. So you'll be able to go through all their various items, which will be separated in different categories and such for the gaming NFTs or their normal NFTs or whatever style of NFT they have that they're releasing. So it'll make it kind of like the go-to marketplace for their game itself. So kind of become part of their ecosystem. So it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited about that.
Thanks, Leo. Yeah, we're really excited about it, and like I said, I'm looking forward to Sunday because there's some stuff that's I've seen in some updates that I can't wait to hear about. But in a little bit moving forward here, in terms of current events, what is Gallant doing right now? Right now, we just had a nice PR article come out on Benzinga. We were really excited about that to give more traction and visibility to future investors so that whenever we go to try to get some capital investments coming in, we can say, hey, we've been on Yahoo Finance, we've been on Market Watch, we've been on Globe Newswire. Here's our Benzinga article. We've applied for CoinGecko. We were denied. And so we're talking with our resources, and we have another application that's in right now, and we should hear something back within the next 48 hours. And we're really excited about that. We're going to be running another round of poo ads in conjunction with that. We're doing airdrops in Twitch for our people that attend in. It's super simple. If you guys have been watching any of the NFTs launch, you see that Marbles has become pretty hot. We've had a nice little gathering in there in the Twitch channel. So when we start the Twitch stream up here in another hour or so, feel free to join in and earn yourself a free airdrop if your Marble wins in the Grand Prix. We have a shilling giveaway that hasn't been announced. So the people that's here in the community and you're hearing this, guess what? We're doing a shill giveaway. It's going to be launched on the Gleam platform. We're really excited about that. This is going to be our biggest giveaway yet. We've put $1,000 on the table. It's broken down into different groups from first to sixth place, and so participate in it, earn you some funds. And then lastly is a milestone burn. We've talked with the team, and we've agreed that we reach 1,000 holders, we reach 1 million market cap, we'll burn 1%. It might not sound like a lot because we're not the Moon Boys. We're not burning 30, 40, 50% of our supply. If we were going to do that, we wouldn't have launched with the supply we have. But most of our supply is locked away. And so we're going to do a 1%, 1 trillion burn. And we've even talked about once we've reached that milestone and did that burn, we might turn the burn function on the contract for like a week or two, just to create some more hype and excitement about Gallant and what we got going on, because the game launch is coming out first, second week of November. We're shooting for November 9th, most likely, that the iOS and Android game will come out. Waiting for this Saturday, we have our next game development meeting where we will most likely get the APK to begin beta testing with some of our holders. Back to you guys.
I love the passion that you guys have for your project. I mean, it's one thing when people come in here and present an AMA and they just kind of, yeah, we're doing this and we're going to do that. I mean, you could tell you guys are excited about your project, which it's hard to not be excited with you guys on it. And like I said, I'm a gamer at heart, so hearing that you spent a lot of the time that you've had talking specifically on those functions is really cool. Is there something that, as far as like the holders and how the game will work and like use of the tokens or some sort of like reward system within the game, and maybe you hit on that a little bit, but a lot of the people that we're talking with really like the ability to, take people's tokens or win their tokens or even like, stake characters and receive rewards. I mean, how is the token going to interact with the game? If you go in a little bit more detail on that, I just want to make sure everybody's clear on how that's going to work.
Excuse me, certainly. So at the current moment, the blockchain games are going to be used in terms of purchases with Gallant token, and the 3D fighting game is going to have the ability to raise the price floor. There's not an exact like taking of the NFT. We haven't finalized that contract, but that's a pretty cool concept, to say that instead of a burn, you basically lose your NFT and it gets taken by the winner in the death match. I kind of like that idea. Might have to take that one and put that one down on the books. In regards to the integration though is it's going to be Gallant tokens throughout the game platforms themselves, purchasing of the equipment, the rewards, and then you'll have the ability to put your items in the marketplace to sell them and trade them because they're yours. You earn them, you purchase them. Other than that, though, that's kind of the set mechanics, but it's not to say any of those are in stone. Such as King's Calling, we're pretty flexible with that one because we haven't fully written every mechanic down in place to say that this is finalized. If you have some ideas, since you said some things, I'd be more than glad to listen to you, and we can have some discussions as to what you would like to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd love I'll come over to the community and chat with you guys. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I think another thing that we've talked about that I've suggested to another token is being able to wager on your friends' matches. Like, for example, if Rude and I were
Side
to
betting.
battle, yeah, like the lounge betting on our characters fighting and things like that. I mean, I think it's such a huge untapped space. There's so many different, options you could have for, winning, taking money, capturing money, hitting their staking pool. I mean, it's unlimited. And I know you want to start with something that's functional and works, but, I'd also say if you could build some sort of chat function into that as well, that's when people get hype and start talking trash, within reason. And that's when people start spending money and using money and buying more NFTs. I think because you have such a good basis and character set already, I think, you can only expand on that. So I really like it.
Thanks, my dude. I like that concept too. That's something that I have to say I have not seen. So it would be interesting to see that in our platform. What do you think, JB? He's a betting man. That he loves to gamble. So I don't think he'll disagree with that at all.
I really like how you were saying about you do need integration of, like, if you don't have shit talking going on, the game's not a game.
That's so true.
I mean, my son is, old enough to be drinking, and he's sitting here in the room next to me, and I laugh, like I hear him over there. He's like, "Are you fucking dead?" Like, what is buddies and gaming all night, you don't really have much going on. You need to bring people into it like that. And I mean, that's legit.
I mean, Rube would probably kill me for telling you this, but we've played iOS games years ago where I've seen him drop over 100K in a game just because people talk shit to him and he wanted to coin to beat them. And that would never have happened if we couldn't chat or communicate, build teams. So I don't know. I love that aspect of it. It's just the shit talking and that gets the blood going.
100%. I know what you're saying because, like, we've talked to many people of, I was one of them. I used to play this bootleggers. It was, you could buy stuff in game. Well, I could afford to do it at the time because I was working all the time and I wasn't at a people where some of these kids playing 16 hours a day. They were just and I'm like, you know what? Screw you, little bastards. $1,500 on it, and look now I'm beating you.
That's exactly what he did. It's exactly. I mean, well, I did too to some extent, but just not as much as him. But yeah, man, I like it. And by the way, I'm a Charlotte boy as well, so good to hear you guys.
Shit, if you're in Charlotte, bro, like legit, I'll meet you downtown tonight at Noda. We're doing some tie-dye selling. I will buy you a drink, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm in South Charlotte, so that's quite a hike for me. I'm in kind of suburban nightmare, but yeah, man, we'll definitely pick it up sometime.
Yeah, I'm over here in Rivergate. I stay right here off of Tryon, right beside the Target, beside Publix. So that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Very cool.
I didn't even know there was people from Charlotte in this space, bro. Like, small world.
There is. We actually have a lot of people in the lounge that are from Carolina and Georgia. So yeah.
I've got a meetup group. It's called Queen City Crypto. We're looking to expand that. So if you want to join that, dude, I'll send you a link to the meetup invite. Would love to have you in there. We're going to be doing something special at the Renaissance Festival. That's big here. So the Renaissance Festival, we're going to be going out, handing out some flyers, promoting the token. So I'd love to have you on board for that. Well, I'll send you a DM about some stuff we can collaborate on. But Yeah, so in regards to when this iOS and mobile game launches, right off the bat, once it comes out of beta and goes live for everybody to download, we're gonna be putting some award giveaways for the leaderboard. So that'll give an initiative right off the get go for people to play and compete for that #1 spot.
Now, for I don't know, I just want to make sure that we get everything covered. I believe we went over your tokenomics. Can you give me the buys, the in and out, and
Certainly.
your breakdown?
Right. So we're 100 trillion supply. The website gives a breakdown into terms of the allocation, as well as the white paper really goes into detail on terms of how much went where. In regards to taxes, there's a 13% tax currently. And because of non-renouncing of our contract, which we will never do until we finally decide that this thing is nowhere near like going to do anything else. But we have the ability to manage our tokenomics and taxes. So as I mentioned, right now it's 13%. 10% is set for BNB directly to the marketing wallet on sales, and 3% goes to reflection to our holders. We have an LP function in there because we have pretty solid LP. And while I say that LP right quick, I know you've probably educated your community pretty heavily. And for those that aren't educated, I'll give you 30 seconds on it. You wonder why some of these projects moon? It's because they have a 1%, 0.5%, maybe 3%, sometimes 5 to 10, but you don't see it much. Ours is 20%. At one point we were at like 27%. We actually had to pull some out a little bit so the chart would actually move. But right now we're at 20%, and our market cap to liquidity is solid, and we respect that a lot. So we don't have the LP function turned on right now. When we see like maybe a good pump coming or we've got a lot of volume happening, we may turn LP back on just to generate some tokens to be able to inject back in or transfer back for buybacks. 13% tax. We have the ability to change it from reflections from 3. We can't go more than 5, and on LP and marketing for the BNB, none of those can ever exceed 10%. We got that hard coded in so that it would never go above 10 or 5 on reflections. So we can't exceed a 15% tax in total ever. There is that burn function I mentioned. It's not on because we're just not really big into the burn side of things because we see long term here. We'd rather have enough and not need it than need it and not have it. And so that's why we've got them locked away and for future game integrations and so forth. And like I said, if we make this milestone like we anticipate, we can set another milestone to say, you know what, we'll do another celebratory burn because we've achieved this and we've achieved that. That kind of breaks down a little bit on the tokenomic side of things.
Burns are so overrated, man. I wouldn't even go down that path. You have much bigger plans than to be worrying about burns. It's more of a gimmick to me, something you put out and people buy it because of it, but it doesn't really do much to the chart. And like you said, you're going to need that supply if you go down the road of future games and different developments. So, I wouldn't do it just to appease the community. But yeah, man, it's something to think about though.
Yeah, it is. It's very overrated. And some of these people market, 50% burn. Well, did you burn that supply before you launched the contract? Or did you do that after you launched and you secured all the tokens for yourself? Freaking morons.
Ding, ding.
So for moving forward, what are the highlights that you have, moving forward with marketing? It looks like you guys have hit a steady ground, a steady floor. I mean, and the way it's looking, especially if you put the right marketing and then the game starts coming together, and the NFTs, this can definitely, has legs and can organically move upward. But what do you have for marketing?
As I mentioned, right now we have some PooCoin ads that's about to roll out. We're going to be doing some Twitter promotions regarding the giveaway for shilling. There's some prerequisites that gives you the entries to win that money. We're looking at gaming YouTubers and influencers that we can do some collaborations with. that's one of the big things that we're focusing on right now is bringing in the gamers to talk about us. You know, we don't really care too much for the influencers that just want to hype up your token, take your money from you, and wait for a pump to happen. It's all about bringing in people that will believe in it, and so that's kind of where we are right now.
Okay, and also for the marketing part, that second video that you sent me, Steven, how does that relate to the overall token?
The second video was a link to the Yahoo the Yankees game. So we had a member of our community who is one of the senior people at Odyssey Network, and so we were doing a little test to see. Of course, it's anytime when it comes to marketing, when people see something one time, that's when they tend to want to jump on it or find out more about it. You know, that it's that law of repetition. But that was just a nice little piece that we did to be aired on the Odyssey Network and show some collaboration with the Yankees Broadcasting Network. We're really glad to hear our ad done that way, because we haven't heard of any other cryptos get announced on sports radio. And since we're kind of like in a gaming sense, we decided to take that promotion and actually to roll it out into some more radio networks as time progresses. But it's not our main focus right now. Our main focus right now is getting more people in to be a part of the community and invest in the project as it's growing.
Okay. I had a quick question for the wallet. Do you have for your wallets? Do you have max wallets?
There is no max right now in terms of buying. We had that initially set up to keep snipes out, but we turned that back off. So there's no min max.
Okay. Just because the ones I were looking at were wallets 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just because usually, for the most part, contracts that are over 2%, people get a little scared about. So do you guys have control of any of those wallets, or those are just investors?
5 is marketing.
5 is marketing and the rest are holders.
Okay.
Airdrop. That one is airdrop.
Yeah, I believe
I'll tell
one
you
of them.
exactly which one. I'll tell you exactly which one it is.
I think that's number 8. Let me check.
Yep, it is.
Number
It
8
is 2.7.
Because what we did, all right. So as you guys
Mhm.
know, on the holders list, if you do not interact with the contract, as we give reflections out, right? Because we've had some people that have just they've bought in the beginning and we don't know who they are. They bought in and they just held their tokens. So if you never interacted with it, let me see if I can give you like a quick example. I don't know who was looking at it, but like wallet number 12, I just clicked on it, right?
I don't know. I was supposed to be whoever had that airdrop wallet. I'll send you my wallet.
Huh? But
I'm joking.
if you don't interact with the contract, you're in the holders list. Say you get 1 trillion tokens, but you're getting reflections all the time. If you go into it and look at their actual wallet, they hold more tokens because the reflections does not interact with the holders list until you update your wallet. Like you'd have to buy or sell a token.
Oh, okay.
So when we airdropped everybody, I was not going through 800 wallets to see exactly what they had. It was in the holders list.
Yeah.
So, and that's where it come up that we had that, that 3 trillion tokens, like Steven was talking about, celebratory burn. Those tokens will be burned off because we pretty much all said, in 30 days, if you don't get back to us, it is what it is. Like you're out. We did not send people tokens that held $1 worth of value. People that sold out before and they just had like crumbs left over. But we have had people come in, they're like, hey man, I had 962 million tokens. It's like, wow. Yeah, we'll spend the $2 in gas to send you your 17 cents worth. We typically just send them like $1 billion or something, or 2 billion, just like here, at least hold some value.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And I was just gonna add right quick to it is yeah, so I do know that multi-sig is a thing, and we had a multi-sig on the last contract. And so because of the way things are being done right now, and the way that there's a lot of significant between myself and JB, we are the only two people that have access to the contract and to the marketing wallet. And we did that just in case, because I'm a scuba diver and I'm a motorcycle rider, and that's living dangerously. So if anything was to happen to me, he's got direct access, and if something happened to him and not me, then I've got access, and we've got recovery phrases and stuff put in security measures should something happen to both of us if we ever go onto a plane to another meetup group.
All right. I mean, it's smart for the future and stuff like that. Before we let you go, we'll see what anybody who is muted would like to ask a question or a comment.
And Sammy has something she'd like to add to marketing as well when you get a moment.
Oh yeah. If you can add it now, that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. So I know Stephen touched on marketing quite a bit, but I handle some of the marketing stuff, and a lot of my vision is sorry, a lot of my vision is about trying to attract people that are not necessarily into crypto already. So obviously, we know what works in the space, and we're entertaining those ideas, but because we're serious, because of the nature of our project being in gaming, and we know how large that niche is. Can't really say it's a niche because it's huge. But because it's so large, we want to find those cross sections, and we want to find people that aren't into crypto that could be into crypto. And so I've worked at a couple marketing firms in the past doing admin work. And so one of the things that I really would love us to try is experiential marketing. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but it's a type of marketing where agencies create experiences for customers or consumers for brands. And so because we see ourselves as a brand, I could totally see us down the line hooking up with an experiential agency where, obviously we'd probably have a much bigger following by then, but where we could do like pop-up shops, in some of the largest cities around the world. And, let's say it's like a pop-up shop, you're in a major city, there's a lot of traffic there, really great weather that day. You go in, it's like come check out Gallon Token, we're giving away airdrops, or we'll help you set up a wallet. I mean, I haven't thought this through to the T yet, but just creating different fun experiences that get people to be active on social media, because ultimately that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. And sorry, Stephen was cueing me for something. But yeah, we want to attract people that aren't here yet. And so, once we get a bigger following, we're definitely going to try to target that. So when we talk about like radio advertising or the Yankees broadcasting networks, that was part of it. It's doing stuff that's unconventional or out of the box, because if you think about it, there had to be someone had to be the first one to do a billboard in Times Square, right, for crypto. Like someone thought out of the box for that, and then people thought, oh shit, that works, let's do it. So we're going to try to push the envelope and do different things, because we want to be pioneers. And the last thing is that we actually just onboarded a new marketing group, and we're really excited about it. Legacy Capital, Brian and Jerry. They actually helped us with this AMA. Thank you, Brian and Jerry. But yeah, we're excited. There's a lot of things we can do, and we're always open to new ideas. So just keep that in mind.
All right, sounds good. Any questions? I know that we're running out of time, unfortunately, But does anybody have any questions from the crowd that they'd like to ask Gallant?
Well, that was easy.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we did go through. So we went through. You guys will have your staking on Pad Swap, correct?
It's already there.
It's already there. So you got that going on. You got the game underway, the NFTs, you know, with Leo and Paradox. And I guess Sunday more information will be out on his side that will affect, you know, your NFTs.
That's correct, because we're our backbone is on the Paradox platform, and so
Yeah.
we're really excited about some of the visibility that he's going to be getting with the announcement that he's making, and yeah, we're excited about that. We're also going to be having an exclusive line of NFTs called Gnarly Knights, so stay tuned for that. Those are all hand drawn by Sammy herself, so they're going to have various attributes and so forth. So stay tuned for the minting process. We're going to be dropping some visual updates here in the coming days.
Okay, excellent. And then you also have the game not only on the blockchain that you're working on, but on iOS and Android. That will
is correct.
come. We don't want to put a time frame, but do you think quarter one?
No later than mid-November for the mobile iOS and Android game.
Okay, all right. The only thing I would tell you is do not put a date. You know what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of times you put a date, it's gonna happen tomorrow. It better happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for overall, because we've
Totally
seen people hold to dates, and then when it doesn't happen, it's like kind of, you know what I'm saying? And from what I've seen, look, at the end of the day, you guys took the project, you know, the first Gallant. You saw that there was a problem with the script. You guys closed down, you regrouped, you brought everybody, you know, who was affected, you know, who didn't sell off or, you know, wanted to come over to the version 2. And now, you know, even though people who came over didn't stay with you, you are showing growth on your chart, and it looks very organic, you know. And I got to commend you for that. And then, but just to keep that organicness, you know, just make sure when the game is legit, like in the store, like I could download it today, then announce it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes dates will make and break you. You know, we've seen it too many times in the space.
Oh, trust me, I think we've all
Yep.
seen it because
Yeah.
something I've learned in this world. It's something that I've learned from doing inspections. There's too many known and unknown variables. Anything can change. Your game dev might end up in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Yeah, right now that's what's happened. If you read our PR article, you'll see that.
Devin Hospital.
Right. It's like, you know, you don't know because you can't control everything. And that's what, like, we think about the dates. It's like, man, that just like really put a 2-week lag on us.
Sorry, I was saying. I didn't know I had my. You know, for the record, guys, this is Nero's dog. This is called Fifi in the lounge. If you guys don't know who De Niro
Good
is,
dog.
Leo, you remember
Oh
that?
man, I love
picture?
the eyebrows. Oh man. Those eyebrows are epic.
Those are Barbara Streisand style.
Since there's no more questions, if Brian or Jerry would just like to say a piece on behalf of Legacy Capital and what they're doing with our marketing drives, that'd be cool.
We
I
can
don't
do it,
teach it
but
here, so
if you could
Honestly,
just,
you know,
if you guys could just sneak it into 2 minutes.
Brian, if you don't, if I'll tell you right now, this is where I have a disconnection at. Okay, I appointed Brian to Toy Doge for what was it? CMS helping?
it was
Correct,
yeah.
Brian?
Yep,
Yeah.
it was.
Somehow, they took you. They wanted to use you for everything. So I talked to Brian after everything went down with Toy Doge. I got a wallet still blacklisted over there, but Joe decides to fucking hire a pump and dump team, which is that's what they do. They pump and dump, and I'm not going to deny that. In fact, they may. You don't know when they're going to hold it. You don't know how long they're going to hold it. I'm like, well, bro, if you're going to do that, he's like, well, I got him from your boy. I said, hold on. I said, I've only known Brian for CMS posting, man. I said, I didn't know what else he got into. I said, that's on him, but I've never ever went above and beyond anything. And I said, the guy's been a straight shooter with me. So I said, I'm going to take it up with him. But they did everything they could underneath the fucking sun, Brian, to blame my lounge and C-Rod's fucking lounge for the debacle at Toy Doge.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, and that's something we were handling.
Them
Together, Jerry and
motherfuckers,
I.
dog, are pieces of shit. Anybody that knows me knows how I rock. I do not promote any of that.
No, you're a straight shooter, and that's why I come to your lounge, and that's why I bring people to your lounge, because you don't beat around the bush. You go straight for the throat, and you tell people how it is. And that's why I bring people here, and that's why I listen to everything you guys say. I take a lot of advice from stuff you guys talk about.
I'll never ever when I see something like that ever going on again, I'll never help anybody out in this space, because that guy never can accept accountability for himself. And to boot, you know what's fucked up is Chimp is back over there, right? And Chimp sat over in my lounge crying like a little bitch one night. I said, bro, I don't give a fuck. I invest in a token. I don't care. You guys do what you got to do. Take your fucking drama out of my lounge.
Yeah.
And
that's why I started working with this team here, man. This team's transparent as hell.
Good.
They have nothing to hide. They know their token inside and out, and the passion these guys have.
Yeah.
So like, we're working on the marketing now. It's going to be all organic. It's none of that pump and dump shit.